Before you create your photo edits, I'd recommend making a copy of the photo you'll be working with and naming it as the original. Once you've done making your edits, on the copy you will save a flattened JPEG version. To do this, you go to File, Save As, and change the format to JPEG. And I like to put the word edited at the end of this JPEG and save that file. Now that I have that file saved, I'm going to close out of my layered Photoshop document and just open up that JPEG. To create the before and after comparison, begin by making a new file. Set the width to pixels at 1500 and the height at 1500. Resolution at 72 dpi and color mode is RGB, and click this name on this one, if you are one of my students, will be O4A-your name. Okay. Next, what we'll do is move a copy of each of these onto our new document. So here I've grabbed my move tool. I'm going to show you one way to move things around here by clicking and dragging there and up to the tab. There's our original. And then for the edited, I'm going to select all. So this is the same thing, just a different method. Go to Edit, Copy, back to the new file, Edit, Paste. I'm going to take a moment and line these up so that they're aligned along the top. Now if you have photos that are portrait or vertical instead of horizontal, then arrange them so that they look well on the page, whether it's above and beyond, above and below, or whatever you need to do. But either the height or the width should be 1500 pixels. But you notice we've got all this extra space. We definitely don't need it. So I'm going to crop that away by grabbing my crop tool, making sure delete cropped pixels is on, and moving that down, and I'm going to leave me a bit of space at the bottom so that I can put before, after, and text. So once you've added your text, it should look more or less like this with a before and after image. In fact, I would say make sure that your text is lined up, aligned to part of the image. It will look tidier. And then that you have the name of the image, the artist, and the internet URL address where that image can be found. You can also put your name, edited by, and then your name. Now if you are the photographer, be sure and give yourself credit as the photographer. Once you've done assembling everything, you can flatten the image by going to Layer and Flatten, and then save this as the JPEG file that you will be turning in. For my students, you'll be doing 2 of these. So the first one, name O4A-your name, and the second one, O4B-your name. This one has a white background, which works for the color of photos that is on it, but if you have photos that disappear into a white background, feel free to change that background to a different color. Just make sure that the photos and the text all show up on those backgrounds. Then when you're done, what you will be handing in is your final JPEG and then the Photoshop file of that edited photo. So you'll have 2 of those. So there I've got my first one and my second one, my O4A and my O4B, all selected. And then on my Mac I'm going to right click or control click and choose Compress for Items. And this one can be Lesson 4-your name. And that's what you would upload to Canvas.